China is a country that amazes the whole world with its millenary history, fascinating traditions, and modern contradictions. Among unusual customs, spectacular landscapes, and curiosities that leave you speechless. In this journey, we will discover 10 incredible aspects of China that will make you look at this country with completely different eyes. Number 10, a miniature of the Earth. China, officially the People's Republic of China, is the largest country in Asia and the fourth in the world by size. It borders 14 nations and encloses every imaginable landscape, from the peaks of the Himalayas to the arid deserts of the Gobi. It hosts 5 autonomous regions, such as Tibet and Xinjiang, along with 2 special administrative zones, Hong Kong and Macau, often mistaken for independent countries. With more than 10% of the Earth's animal and plant species, it is among the most biodiverse places on the planet. The giant panda, a national symbol, lives here, and unique medicinal herbs that made China the cradle of traditional Oriental medicine are found. With a population exceeding 1,400,000,000 inhabitants, its metropolises such as Beijing and Shanghai rank among the most crowded on Earth. Number 9. Marriages with the dead. An ancient Chinese tradition called Minghun, or ghost marriage, involved weddings between already deceased people. According to popular beliefs, those who died unmarried risked remaining restless in the afterlife. Families therefore organized symbolic ceremonies to unite 2 dead people, or, in some cases, a living person and a deceased one, often fiancés separated by premature death. The ritual was not always voluntary. Some stories tell of individuals forced by family superstitions. Today, this custom has almost disappeared, but it survives in rural areas, where questionable practices emerged, such as traffickers seeking deceased partners, or even the theft of funerary objects. Also striking is the ritual of burnt offerings. Houses, cars, money, and even paper smartphones are burned to accompany the dead into the other world, considered a mirror of ours. A custom as fascinating as it is unsettling. Number 8. Thinness is a beauty ideal. In the collective imagination, Chinese women are described as delicate, with elegant posture and slender figures. Today, the dominant aesthetic standard celebrates thinness, often influenced by idols from the entertainment world, creating the so-called idol aesthetic. But it was not always like this. During the Tang Dynasty, one of China's most prosperous times, beauty was associated with curvy bodies and round faces, symbols of health and fortune. Among the most famous figures was Yang Guifei, one of the 4 great beauties of Chinese history. A distinctive feature of society is the central role of women in the family. They often manage household finances. However, they face strong marital pressures. After turning 30, they risk the label of leftover women. Nevertheless, many choose independence, so much so that China today boasts the largest number of self-made female billionaires in the world. Number 7. The Empire of Copies. From paper to the compass, ancient China gave the world revolutionary inventions. But today, it is often accused of being the homeland of imitations. Phones, computers, clothes, and even entire cities replicated from Western models. This created the image of a nation of copycats, but the reality is more complex. Faithfully reproducing a product requires great technical skills and an advanced industry. Moreover, in the last 15 years, China has begun to stand out as a leader in innovation. It is the world's largest producer of solar panels, has surpassed Tesla in electric car sales thanks to brands like BYD, and develops cutting-edge technologies in artificial intelligence and facial recognition. Even 3D printing has been used to build houses and bridges. From copying to creating, China is quickly becoming a global benchmark. Number 6. Shocking public toilets. For many tourists, the real surprise in China is not the food or the traffic, but the public toilets. In various rural areas or older facilities, toilets lack doors, dividers, or even toilet paper. Rows of latrines without separation are common, a practice normal for Chinese people since childhood. But for Westerners, it represents a true cultural shock. Moreover, squat toilets remain widespread, often difficult to use for those unaccustomed. In major cities, however, the situation changes dramatically. In Beijing or Shanghai, you can find futuristic toilets with air conditioning, free Wi-Fi, and even toilet paper dispensers that work with facial recognition to prevent waste. Some restrooms are so advanced they look like tourist attractions, showing how even a daily necessity can turn into a surprising experience. Number 5. Silent control over the world. The history of China is marked by powerful dynasties that unified territories and spread cultures, from Confucianism to Taoism. Centuries ago, the country established tribute relations with neighboring nations such as Korea and Vietnam, imposing itself as the center of Asia. Today, dominance is exercised with different tools. The Belt and Road Initiative, launched in 2013, has involved more than 150 countries with ports, railways, and power plants financed by Beijing, strengthening global economic ties. At the same time, companies like Huawei and ZTE install technological networks worldwide, while Chinese smartphones and software create digital ecosystems alternative to Western ones. China is gaining influence not only in physical infrastructures, but also in virtual space, becoming a player capable of shaping the future of global economy and communication. A discreet yet increasingly pervasive power. Number 4. The people who work the most. China's economic miracle also relies on extremely tough working rhythms. For years, the 996 model dominated, from 9 in the morning to 9 in the evening, 6 days a week. This practice, supported by many entrepreneurs, led millions of workers to sacrifice health and private life. China is among the countries with the most annual working hours in the world, even surpassing Japan and South Korea. Only in 2021 did the Supreme Court declare 996 illegal, pushing some companies to adopt the more humane 1075. Despite the changes, it remains common to see offices full late at night or young people working in cafes until midnight. This dedication made China an economic superpower, but it also sparked an intense domestic debate on the need to balance productivity and personal well-being. Number 3. Winnie the Pooh banned. In China, even a cartoon bear can become a political problem. Since 2013, the image of Winnie the Pooh has been ironically linked to the Chinese president, giving rise to viral memes on social media. Authorities reacted by blocking searches and content related to the character and even banning the film Christopher Robin. This episode shows how strict web control is in China, where platforms like Facebook, Google, or YouTube are inaccessible and replaced by local alternatives such as WeChat, Weibo, and Baidu. Yet everything is subject to censorship. Sensitive words are filtered and posts deleted. Nonetheless, citizens have developed a creative language made of abbreviations and symbols to bypass controls. Thus, a parallel internet was born, understandable only to the Chinese themselves, where even satire becomes an act of ingenuity. Number 2. Beijing, Asia's money machine. With more than 21 million inhabitants, Beijing is one of the most populous capitals in the continent and the beating heart of China's economy. In 2023, it recorded a GDP exceeding $900 billion, comparable to that of entire European states. The city boasts futuristic infrastructures, such as a subway over 800 kilometers long and the Daxing Airport, among the most modern in the world. But Beijing is not only modernity, it preserves historical gems such as the Forbidden City and the Temple of Heaven, UNESCO heritage sites visited by millions of tourists. Yet daily life is marked by contrasts. Tiny basement apartments coexist with luxurious districts, while cameras and facial recognition systems monitor every corner. Living in Beijing means being in a reality where history, technology, and social control intertwine in a unique way. Number 1. Wonders and mysteries of China. The country hosts some of the world's most spectacular and mysterious places. Jiuqiagu in Sichuan province is called Fairyland for its turquoise lakes and colorful forests. In Xinjiang, endless deserts and vibrant markets tell the nomadic life along the ancient Silk Road. In Xi'an, the mausoleum of the first emperor guards the terracotta army, thousands of life-size statues watching over the ruler in the afterlife. Archaeological enigmas abound, such as the Xi'an pyramids or the unknown Sanxingdui civilization, absent from historical texts. Even sunken cities like Xicheng, the Lion City, remain intact 40 meters under an artificial lake. Between myths, discoveries, and dreamlike landscapes, China continues to astonish, blending modernity and mystery in a weave that fascinates the entire world. Thanks for watching until the end. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our next content. See you soon for more adventures and curiosities.